I'm going to show you how to multiply 3-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. So we would start off using the place value grid once again with your children. So I'll set up my grid first of all. Okay. Now the calculation that I'm going to be doing is 243 multiplied by 32. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my numbers on my grid. Okay. So I've got 200. Here's my hundreds in the inside. And 40. Which are my tens. 3. These are my ones. Okay. I'm going to separate them out just as if it was a place value grid. Okay. So 243, and then down here I'm going to have my 32. So there's my 30, so it's 3 tens, and then my two ones. Okay. Okay. Right, and then I'm going to take each section and multiply the counters in those sections. Okay, so I have got 10 times 100. Well, 10 times 100 is actually 1,000. So 10 times 100 is 1,000. 10 times 100, 1,000. 10 times 100, 1,000. 10 times 100, 1,000. 10 times 100 is 1,000. Now I'm going to do here 1 times 100. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 100 is 100. Repeat the process. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 100 is 100. Okay, now move on to this grid. 10 times 10 is 102. 10 times 10, 100. 10 times 10 is 100, and 10 times 10 is 100. Okay, and your children will soon start to see, well, actually that whole grid, they're all 10 times 10s, so that means all of these are going to be 100 counters. Okay, all right, and then 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 10 is 10. All of those are going to be 10. 1 times 10 is 10. 10, 10, 10. And now we're on this part. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 1 is 10. So all of those, if I check, they're all 10 times 1, which is 10. Okay, and then finally this section, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1. 1 times 1. 1 times 1. Okay, right. So now I'm going to look at how many ones, tens, hundreds and thousands I've got. Okay, so in terms of ones, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones. Okay, how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ooh, that's a lot. We're going to double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tens. I can't see anymore. I can't have 17 in there, so I'm going to do 7, carry that over. Okay. All right. So far I've got 176. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 76. 176 so far. Okay. Now I'm going to look at my hundreds. How many hundreds have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But I've also got this one here, so that makes it 17. I'm going to write the 7 down and carry the 1. Okay, so now how many thousands have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1 is 7. So my answer to the calculation is 7,776. Now, that does take quite a long time to do, but again, it is about the children understanding how we are multiplying each section. So it is important that the children can do that. When they are confident with that, then they can move from using all of the counters to focusing on just a number grid. So if I've got my numbers 243, 243, I'm going to multiply it by my 32. Okay, all right. So 30 times 200. So I know that 3 lots of 200 would give me 600. So 30 lots of 200 is 10 times bigger. So that would be 6,000. Okay. 30 lots of 40. Well, 3 lots of 40 is 120. This is 10 times bigger, so it would be 1,200. And then 30 lots of 3. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. This is 10 times bigger, so that will be 90. Okay. 2 lots of 200 is 400. 2 lots of 40 is 80. And then 2 lots of 3 are 6. Okay. And then we would just need to add up what we've got. So I can see in this column here, I have got in this row rather, 6,000, 7,290. And then here I've got 486. And if I add that up, nothing add 6 is 6. 9 add 8 is 17. 2 add 4 is 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7 add nothing, you can put a placeholder in if you need to, is 7. So those numbers match up as well. Okay, now once the children are happy with that, they can then progress onto our formal written method, which is probably what you are more familiar with. Thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. Once the children are happy, we can get rid of the column headers. Okay, 243 times 32. Okay, and we multiply first by the smallest digit, which is the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so I'm done with the 2. Now I'm multiplying by a 10 number. All 10 numbers end with 0. Okay, so I'm going to put that in to start off with. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing 30 times 3 is 90. But it's much easier if I put that 0 in first, and then I know I'm multiplying by a 10 number all the time, and I can do 3 tens times 3. 3 tens times 3 is 9. 3 threes, 9. 3 fours, 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to put 2 down, carry the 1. And then 3 twos are 6 plus that 1 is 7. Okay. And then I'm going to add those up. 6 add nothing is 6. 8 add 9, 17. 4 add 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And 7 add nothing is also 7. And there you go. There is my answer. 7,776.